Happy Friday. Oh, we did that together. Wow. Let's talk about the market, and let's talk about something that threw me for a very cranky loop this morning. So I watched Good Morning America, and the anchor quoted at the end of the segment, she said, the National Association of Realtors has declared a housing recession. And Barb about lost it, because that's not necessarily the case. Here is what our chief economist from the National Association of Realtors said yesterday. Quote, we're witnessing a housing recession in terms of declining home sales and home building. However, it's not a recession in home prices. Inventory remains tight and prices continue to rise nationally, with nearly 40% of homes still commanding the full list price. So let's have our
Let's simplify it.
Yeah, let's simplify it. Yeah.
So the beginning part of that statement is basically just saying there have been less closings per month for multiple months in a row.
Exactly.
It does not mean homes are not selling. In fact, prices are still going up, and like they said, we're still in an inventory crisis. Mm-hmm. So the reason stuff has slowed down is a lot of stuff, if you look online on wherever you're looking, you're going to see a lot of projects out there.
Yep.
Homes that need a lot of work, but yet when you have that turnkey home that you're looking at and you see, you're like, wow, that was gone in a day, versus you look at the other ones that might even be on the market for a month.
Yeah.
It all has to do with pricing to what the asset you have is.
Exactly. And what he said is not in a recession is prices. And so it really frustrates me that you, our clients and consumers, all they heard in that segment was the National Association of Realtors has declared a housing recession, which is an unfactual statement in itself. Dr. Yoon, who is one of the best economists, well, he is the best economist in real estate, he's saying that yes, we're in a recession as far as building and home sales. And yes, that's not a good thing. I'm not saying that's a good thing. But what most of you care about is the price. What most of you care about is buying a home or selling a home. And that has not necessarily changed.
Which kind of leads us into, the rates, they're all over.
Yeah.
They're somewhat stable. If you look anywhere, they'll probably call them volatile because every day they're switching one way or another.
Right.
But they're still good. I mean, depending on your program and depending on your credit, you're still going to get a great rate. Whether or not you want that monthly payment
is a different story. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in here, I got into this conversation with a group of colleagues of mine this morning, and here's the deal. It is not a bad time to buy a home, as long as you are keeping it as a long-term investment, which, oh, by the way, you always should be keeping it as a long-term investment. I believe we need to look at home ownership differently than we have in the past. In the last, let's call it 5 years, we've looked at it as this like significant asset that grows. It's still going to grow. It's just not going to grow significantly like it has. And arguably, it shouldn't have gone up 30 to 40%. What's the average? 7%, 6% is like the historical average.
6% nationally is the average.
And let's talk about appreciation. So we were talking about it a little bit, and we're having a lot of sellers and buyers call us, and they think the market's crashing because what they're seeing is someone lists their home, and then 2 or 3 weeks later, they're seeing them reduce the price. Well, number one, a lot of that is a seller who overpriced their home to begin with and did not listen to their realtor, or their realtor didn't know how to explain to them what's going on. Or you mentioned the other day that although we're seeing prices fall from a list standpoint, when they eventually close year over year in that 12-month cycle, you're still going to see the home values appreciate.
You're still going to see appreciation. And like if you read articles right now, they'll say like prices are dropping or it's slowing down drastically. When people look at statistics for appreciation, it's always done on the annual market. It's not done on the weekly or the monthly. That's crazy. Where we came from, it was.
Yeah.
I mean, every week or every month, you're seeing a drastic rise. But it's done annually. So if you take the first 5 months of our year where we may have risen 20% and we slow down and go up 3, if you average it all out, we probably end up between 8 between 6 and 10% total for the year.
Yeah.
So prices have still continued to rise.
I love that you said that, because you were talking about it with our team the other day, and I think it really helped them understand that a price adjustment in the listing price of a home does not mean your home's depreciating in any way, shape, or form. And this is where we get to pricing. We are telling every single seller we meet with right now, just had a conversation with one yesterday, price at the market. 6 months ago, you priced higher than the comparables that were selling in your neighborhood. Now, you price at the market. You don't have to price lower. I mean, if you want to create a frenzy, you have the temperature to do that, you can do it. But you price at the market. People that are trying to go higher than their neighbor sold are the ones that are having to come down in price. Because we're going to see, let's just call it in East Long Beach, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, moderately improved home. Let's just call it $875. Okay. Homes will continue over the next month or two, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, to just close at $875. You're just not going to see 2 weeks later them be $900. No. You're going to see them be $875. So 3-bedroom, 2-bath home that's listing today, your neighbor closed 2 months ago for $875, you should list it $875. That's how you're going to get your home sold and attract multiple offers. What else we got? I think that's it. Hope you guys have a fantastic weekend, and we will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.